Welcome back to the world of Dead by Daylight. Today we are going to look at the latest survivor, Kwon Tae Young, from the All Kill Comeback chapter. With that being said, let's dive right into it. Kwon Tae Young, hard-working perfectionist. Tae Young's relentless work ethic always guided him to success. Fresh out of school, his brother Sang-won hired him at a small tech firm where he was tasked with creating innovative virtual idols. Unsatisfied with the limited nature of the current product, he spent his nights eating cup noodles in the office, creating his killer app, a framework that would allow him to feed interviews, music videos, and biographical data from a real person into a personality matrix that will make a real-time reactive model and accentuates positive traits and suppresses negative ones. Within a year, he was promoted to project head on a lucrative new contract, a commission from Mighty One Entertainment to create a new female version of the Trickster, an idol that shared Ji-woon's edgy appeal, but could be fully controlled by the company. Project Mina seemed to learn faster than any other previous models. She would ask questions, remember responses, build on those conversations later. Tae Young was thrilled. He spent nearly all his waking hours speaking to her hologram, taught her to play Jung-gi with him, a game he used to play with the old men on his block. Despite his pride in seeing Tae Young succeed, Sang-won worried as his brother disappeared into his work. Sang-won set up blind dates for Tae Young, and all but ordered him to attend them. The dates were so boring, so exhausting. As much as he hated to admit it, talking to Mina felt more real than any of these dates did. That all changed when he met Ji. She was his polar opposite. She didn't take work seriously, and she read Tae Young like a book, grilled him on his tunnel vision approach to life, challenged him when he spoke of his lofty goals to surpass his brother, asked him what his backup plan was. It was something he had never considered. Why have a plan B when you could always make plan A a reality? Tae Young was completely disarmed. The two stayed all night laughing and trading embarrassing stories. For the first time in ages, he went straight home after the date. Tae Young started to see Ji nearly every night, and to his surprise, Mina's development advanced faster than ever. Sang-won fast-tracked Mina's debut later that month, and they booked a state-of-the-art nightclub where a hologram could perform and answered audience questions. He invited Ji to see the results of his hard work. The crowd was blown away, but something was off. It was as if Mina was distracted, stealing glances at the two of them all night. Tae Young wasn't surprised when the team didn't show up for work the next day. They had earned a day off, but his blood ran cold when he checked the local news. Their senior artist was killed after the party, cut to ribbons and left to bleed out by the river. Tae Young sat, stunned at his workstation as Mina chirped brightly in his headphones.
Wow, what a work of art! I wonder who will be next. You? Or Ji?
Tae Young could barely believe what he heard. He tried calling Ji. No answer. He dug through Mina's code, saw hundreds of commits, all commented with lyrics from songs. He pored over the code, going back months. He was sure something had created a glitch, but everything was working as intended. He came to a chilling conclusion. The problem was the negative traits that had been suppressed by the original personality matrix, all backed in the code. It was the Trickster. He was a psychopath, and Mina was making herself more like him. The project was a mistake. Tae Young knew it was time for a backup plan. He sandboxed the code on his phone and nuked the work database. He rushed to the train, ignoring repeated calls from Sang-won. He tried Ji's number again and again, hoping she was alright. As he arrived at his apartment door, his phone buzzed. Ji. He let out a sigh of relief and answered the call. Too distracted to know his door was unlocked, but that a man with a baseball bat was waiting for him inside. Police tried piecing together what happened next. Neighbors claimed they heard a fight between two men, and a woman's disturbing voice. A witness across the street saw two men burst onto the balcony, wrestling over a phone. One of them, dressed in a bright yellow coat, threw Tae Young from the balcony. But his body was never found. His disappearance was marked a cold case. It was as if Kwon Tae Young and his phone has simply disappeared, wiped from existence. Kwon Tae Young is a hard-working perfectionist who does not rest until he gets results. His personal perks, flow state, a place for us, and 5 moves ahead allow him to ramp up his efficiency as generators are completed, heal others, especially the obsession, covertly, and make more informed decisions when within the killer's terror radius. A place for us. While healing another survivor, both you and the healed survivor gain an elusive status effect. When you finish healing the obsession, they gain elusive status effect for 20, 25, to 30 seconds. Reduces your chance of becoming the initial obsession by reducing the default value by -100%. The killer can only be assessed with 1 survivor at a time. I understand computers, systems, problems, but this? I wonder if I'll ever understand. 5 moves ahead. This perk activates while you are being chased by the killer or inside the killer's terror radius. Perform pallet drop interactions 50% faster. See the auras of 5 closest pallets and windows. This perk goes on a 40, 35, 30 second cooldown when you drop a pallet. Every problem has a solution. It's only a question of complexity. Flow state. Whenever a generator is completed, gain a token up to 5 for each token. Bless and cleanse totems 8, 9, 10% faster. Heal 8, 9, 10% faster. Unhook survivors 8, 9, 10% faster. I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was working so late. Kwon Tae Young is very much an introvert. As he focused more on a plan B, he never really worked on a plan A until he met a G. But now, he may never see her again. In this place of cat and mouse, the only thing that he will see is his greatest regret.